Hi, I'm Darren Bjerknes. Welcome back to Discover Woodbury. Have you ever driven by the CBD sign here at Woodbury Lakes Shopping Center and wondered what is CBD and what do they do? Let's head on inside and get educated. Is that a marijuana plant?
It is not. It's a hemp plant. Common misconception. We control every aspect of the process. For it to be a completely self-contained system is not common. Relaxation to help with sleep management, stress management, anxiety management.
Hi, welcome back to Discover Woodbury. Today we're at the CBD Center in Woodbury, and we're here with one of the owners, David.
Darren, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us. So, I want to get into some misconceptions about what CBD is, maybe some common myths, and who it's good for. And so let's start with me knowing nothing about CBD, okay? So what is CBD?
CBD, abbreviation for cannabidiol. It's one of a family of cannabinoids that are found in a variety of different plants. They just happen to be found in abundance in the cannabis.
Now what's a cannabinoid?
A cannabinoid is for lack of a better description, a nutrient that is found in the plant kingdom. And in the hemp plants, in the plants in the cannabis family, those plants happen to be abundant in cannabinoids. Hemp has over 100 different cannabinoids that have different effects on the body.
Okay. And now, what is CBD?
So CBD is the cannabinoid that's in the greatest percentage that you'll find in the hemp plants. People who are using CBD tend to find it causes a variety of different effects, whether that be they're using it for relaxation to help with sleep management, stress management, anxiety management, pain and inflammation. And so in that hemp plant, CBD levels are very high. We extract that CBD from hemp plants grown in Minnesota and then formulate products around it.
Okay, now to get to that, let's go straight to one where people might be thinking. So the plant on the wall when you walk in here, is that a marijuana plant?
It is not. It's a hemp plant. Common misconception.
And what's the difference between a marijuana plant and a hemp plant?
A hemp plant looks very similar, just like we look very similar.
Okay.
Well, relatively similar.
Close enough, yep.
But we have different levels of different chemicals in our body. Okay. In the hemp plant, it's very high in CBD, very low in THC. The other plant is going to be very high in THC, very low in CBD. And for a hemp plant to be a hemp plant, it has to have less than 0.3% THC. So our hemp plants grown in Minnesota are very low in THC.
So your product is grown in Minnesota?
Grown in Minnesota from seed to shelf.
Seed to shelf. Is that common? I mean, to have local shops that have their own product?
At this stage, it is not as common, though it's becoming a bit more common. For it to be a completely self-contained system is not common. From soil testing all the way to the product on the shelf, we control every aspect of the process, and that's where we have a little bit of differentiation. We're not just taking a product, taking an oil, putting it into a product at a formulator in another state or another country, formulating a product and then sticking that on the shelf. We're actually interacting with the plants that are ultimately ending up in our products that are on the shelf.
So your CBD that you have, does it have THC in it? Is there marijuana? Can it get you high?
Can't get you high. You could smoke a field of our hemp plants. It wouldn't be healthy for you, but it would not get you high. Like I said, very high levels of CBD. 18.5% CBD on average for our Midwest mother strain, which is a strain that we took about 1.5 years to stabilize the genetics on through selective breeding to create a very high CBD producer that would produce very low levels of THC.
Okay.
Her levels of THC are so low that it's non-intoxicating. But then we take the process a step further. From extraction through rotavape through short path distillation, we actually extract all of the THC. So
a lot of science, it sounds like there.
It is. It's a big process. We're one of the largest extractors in the Midwest. And what we'll do is we'll distill out the THC. So our tinctures, our topicals, our gummies are a 0.0 THC product.
So that was my next question. So what different products do you have? You kind of went through them quickly. So Can you go over them again?
We do things with tinctures. A tincture is
what's a tincture?
Drops of oil under the tongue.
Oil or some drops, okay.
Exactly. It soaks into through your mucous membranes, gets straight into your bloodstream. A little bit more of an efficient delivery system than, say, a gummy.
It's more efficient.
Exactly. Because a gummy, they're good, they're convenient, they have high levels of CBD in there. They hit your GI tract, and your GI tract, pretty destructive. It's designed to break down food, and as a result, you're going to lose some of that CBD in the process. So tincture is going to be more efficient than a gummy. And then topicals take a little bit different approach. That's a cream if you
Okay.
had a targeted area that you were looking for relief. You can target a specific area, and when you put a topical on, it activates those receptors in that specific zone and tells your body, hey, we've got imbalance here. Let's go to work to see what we can do to balance that out.
Awesome. So who is CBD good for? I mean, what's the typical person that comes in and say, hey, you know, I might need some CBD? What are people trying to alleviate or make the body feel better?
Well, kind of referencing one of your earlier questions, people aren't coming into our shop looking to get high because, like I said, our products
That's
don't
not
get
what you guys do.
No. They're looking for help with challenges with regard to inflammation, whether that be a chronic inflammation or a recent injury.
Okay.
Helping to calm that inflammation, get some balance back into the body. Stress management and anxiety.
It's probably a big one for a lot of people.
It's huge. When I opened the shop, I had taken a chairlift to the spine about a year ago, and so I use CBD to help.
So you had a chairlift hit your spine?
Yeah, fractured a vertebrae. Wow. All the muscles seize up around it like they should. You should have inflammation to protect a bone injury like that.
Okay.
But after that bone healed, the muscles wouldn't release. And so I started using CBD. I knew some of the farmers. They gave me a high concentration of CBD as well as a topical. And I combined those two strategies, internally and externally, just to help loosen up those muscles and just speed up my recovery process.
And you notice a big difference?
I noticed a huge difference. So when we opened the shop, I thought, oh, everybody's going to come in for pain and inflammation because that was my point of reference.
Sure.
80% of our clientele is coming in for stress management, anxiety. And sleep issues.
Yep. Okay. That's awesome. Now, where can people, should they come in to ask you questions and kind of figure out what product, because you've got different products at different levels and different strengths, is that the best way, just to have them come into the store here? Absolutely.
When we looked at what model we wanted to develop, our farmers thought, well, we could just put our products on the shelf. We tested a couple hundred different products, and through that testing process of other big brands, small brands, we found that the majority lacked the level of CBD claimed on the label. Some didn't have any CBD at all, they were just scented oils.
So not all CBDs are the same?
No, source is very important, testing is very important.
And you mentioned that if someone has CBD from a different source, you will test that for them. Is that correct? Is that costs or?
What we do is we offer a product credit. There's a cost for that, but then we give you a product credit, so then you can take that and redeem that for a product that has those levels that you're actually looking for. But yeah, as our farmers looked at it, they said, well, if we're on the shelf with all of these other products that don't work, and somebody says, I tried CBD, it didn't work, and there's our product next to this product that didn't work, that's going to put us into a negative light. And so we decided to open an education model where people can come in, learn about hemp, why it's different, what it's not. Exactly. Yep. And then what is CBD? What's that mechanism of action in the body? Physiologically, what is it doing? That it's not getting you high, it's just putting you into a direction of relief.
Okay, I'm guessing another question might be, can you pass a drug test if you're taking CBD for relief?
We always counsel if people are concerned about drug tests, because every drug test is a little bit different. Some test for general cannabinoids. CBD is a cannabinoid. We do a full plant extract, so there's actually 100 plus other cannabinoids in our products as well. So a standard cannabinoid test would flag for CBD and other cannabinoids. A THC specific test should not come up with a red flag because we are a 0.0 THC product.
Okay, and is it safe for people to take? I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of benefits for that. I mean, is it safe?
Thousands of years of cannabis use in general, and in terms of safety record is pretty solid. Toxicologically speaking, they do we'd never say, oh, there's no toxicological limit, but like water, you can drink a lot of water, eventually you get enough hydrogen in your system, that's not going to be a good thing.
Right.
It's similar with CBD, but in our product testing process, I took 26 days worth of CBD in about 15 minutes. Just as I was sampling different products to see what they tasted like, and I said, hold on a second, guys, I got to calculate how much I just took. Worked out the math, about 26 days worth. I said, okay, let's give this 15 minutes, I just want to see what happens. I was relaxed. That was the side effect. And it wasn't that I was relaxed, I wanted to lay on the couch relaxed. I was just very calm about the whole thing and said, okay, let's keep going.
So can one take CBD and still do their normal activities and without, but maybe the balance of helping a little less stress or anxiety? I mean, is that kind of, so one can still take it in the morning and go through the day normally, but maybe even feel better about it?
Yeah, without that psychoactive effect, it shouldn't have any negative effect in terms of perception of reality. It's not, In the case of stress management and anxiety, it's not shutting off your emotions. It's not making you not care about things. I describe it as it softens the edges of life. It helps you to find that balance to where all of those issues coming in at once, maybe you're a little bit better at prioritizing them and you're getting less anxious about how to deal with those things. The only product that we recommend people don't take during the day is we do have products that have higher cannabinoid levels that target sleep specifically. And they use some terpenes, which are the part of the plant that give it its odor, its flavor. And some different terpenes have a different effect on the body. And we have a sleep specific formula that you would only take at night because it's going to put you into a more restful state. Not a night will knock you out. You'd still be able to drive. You'd still be able to do things in an emergency.
But it's more specified for sleep. Than,
exactly.
than
so
like
you took it in the morning.
You might get a little.
You might feel a little more
drowsy,
lethargic than you would normally during the day.
Okay, so if you're wondering, hey, could CBD help? Why don't you come in? They're great at educating and asking questions. As far as location, you are 2 doors down from the Gap.
We are
in the Woodbury Lakes Shopping Center. And what are your hours?
10 o'clock till 7 p.m. weekdays, 10 to 8 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 10 to 6.
Okay, fantastic. Anything else people should know? Can they buy it online?
We do, WoodburyCBD.com or the
WoodburyCBD.com.
Or the CBDCentersWoodbury.com will also get you there.
If you Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah.
And it's the CBD Center of Woodbury, is that the name?
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for having us. Hopefully, you learned a little bit about CBD, and we dispelled some myths and common misconceptions, and I know I learned a lot. So thanks again for having us, and we wish you best of luck. And come on in and say hi to David and the rest of the staff.
Absolutely. Come see the live plants. We've got our hemp plants, our genetics growing in the shop, so people can see, again, dispelling those myths that this is not the plant you might be thinking of.
It's not. I mean, right when you walk in, you might be, if you're not used to marijuana, you're thinking that might be marijuana, but it's hemp. And it's just come in and get educated. That's probably the best thing. So, all right, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching Discover Woodbury. Hopefully you learned a lot today about what CBD is, what it isn't. This isn't marijuana, this is a hemp plant. So come on in, check it out, get educated, and see if CBD is right for you.